All right, it is 10 o'clock on this fantastic Monday. I am Michele Bellisari with my friends, Eric Larkin, Hector Chinia, and Aimee Burroughs. We're all in the South Florida, Miami area, Cocoa Beach. And we are doing a Monday morning mastermind, 10 a.m. every Monday, Eastern Standard Time. And we're talking about strategies, tactics, tips, marketing, social media, YouTube, you name it. We had our first one last week, and it was a great a conversation about the shifting market. Go take a look at that. It is in our group. Make sure you join our group if you are watching the recording. And today we have a very special guest, and we are going to have guests on a weekly basis to help you grow your business. So Kristyn Gavazzi is selling more on TikTok, and we are super pumped to have you today, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited too.
I love this. We have lots of burning questions about TikTok because I think people are getting a little frustrated with Instagram, and they love the organic piece of TikTok. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how long you've actually been in the business.
Okay, so my name's Kristyn, like she said. I think most of you, if you do follow me on TikTok, you guys call me Selling More. A lot of people actually call me that around town. Some people think my last name's Moore, which is so funny. But yeah, Kristyn Gavazzi. I live in Pinehurst, North Carolina. So I'm just about 30 minutes from Bragg, about 2 hours from the coast, and about 2.5 hours from the mountains. So it's, for me and my family, it's a perfect location. But I have been in the business. I started in January of 2021. So I am in my second year. And I started on TikTok. I would say that I actually really got into TikTok about 7-8 months. So I would say July and August was when I really was like, oh, this is fun. I'm having, I'm getting clients from it, and let's see what I can, do with this. So
that's
almost
amazing.
a year. I would say a full year into TikTok now.
So you've been doing it for a full year. What kind of business have you been able to generate? And I think I love what you had in your bio, which is building relationships through TikTok, right? Versus lead gen. So yes. We had a conversation on Clubhouse this morning about client parties and things. And the question came up was, well, what's your conversion on that? It's great that you're on social media, but are you actually doing business?
Yeah, so I am. I posted a TikTok the other day about it, and I have had 14 closed transactions. I have, I think, 6 more pending, and altogether, like my GCI without the ones that are pending, I already have I think it's like $99,000, so $100,000 GCI in commission, a little over 3-something million production wise. So yeah, I'm converting it, and
that's amazing.
The TikTok clients are my favorite ones, honestly. So.
Why are they your favorite?
It's my favorite because it's such a genuine relationship. They already accept me for showing up in my yoga sweatshirt that I get to wear today because it's only 70, and or they just know my personality. I feel like I don't have to try to prove myself or be something that I'm not, because I don't do that anyway, but it's just such a genuine relationship. And when we meet and when we are talking, it's just casual. It's like they're my friend, and it just makes it such an easy transaction, very smooth. And they found me, which also makes it better because they already want to work with me. So I just think the relationship is so easy and it's natural, and it just makes everything a lot better.
So I know I have a ton of burning questions, but we've got some good people here on stage. So Eric, Aimee, Ramsey, Hector, jump in if you have any questions or whatever about TikTok, because I'm telling you right now, I'm fascinated with TikTok. I like it a lot. It reminds me of when I first jumped on Instagram and stories and stuff, and it was so much fun. And I like the fact that the algorithm seems to be a little more friendly, right, Kristyn?
Well, it's changing though. It's driving me nuts. So I try not to get too into like all the, being consistent. That's one thing that, I teach TikTok classes now, do these mastermind classes. And that's one thing I say, don't necessarily take my advice on that. I don't ever want TikTok to be a job for me. It has always been a stress reliever for me. So I do it when I feel like it. When I always say I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That is my life. So that's how my TikTok account is too. I don't necessarily consistently post 3 to 5 times a day. Like I get on there and I'm like, this is my mood. Last night I was really in my feels and I posted a video about, there's a statistic, most agents quit in their first 2 years. And I always thought it was because they were just not a good agent. They couldn't sell, whatever. Well, now being almost 2 years into this, I'm like, oh my gosh, like shit. Am I allowed to swear on here?
Oh God,
Like,
yes.
Okay. I'm like, oh wait, hold on.
First of all, I'm a mom of
Are you my
millennials.
people?
We swear all the time in this house.
Okay. Okay.
Just be yourself.
Okay. But I'm like, shit, like actually, some people are probably just like, I can't deal with this. The stress that comes from it, the feeling like you need high blood pressure medicine, the gray hair, like it's a lot that sometimes I can see where people didn't quit because they weren't good. People probably were excellent agents that quit because they were just like, this is too much. I am a human. I need to be off. And this job doesn't necessarily allow you to do that, especially the market that we are currently, leaving. So, for me, that's the kind of videos I post. And I think right now that video, because the algorithm is changing, but that video is doing so well, it's like almost 3,000 views, but a ton of comments because people can relate to that. Yes. So I am one that truly believes no matter if it's my business or if it's TikTok or just if you meet me in general, this is what it's going to be. This is what you get. I show up authentically every day. And I think that's what attracts people. And that's what attracts the clients to me. And that's why the transactions go easy because I'm attracting the people that I want to work with and the people that get me and the people that are like me. So I'm not dealing with, sometimes people can be jerks. Let's face it, we're in a stressful situation, but 90% of the time they're not like that. And we know how to talk to each other if the situation needs to be, or if it gets a little crazy, we know how to handle it.
Like Ramsey said, you're so authentic. I love watching your channel. We already have a question. How do you put the banner across your video on TikTok? And I know, Nicole, I'm not sure when you say banner, do you mean like the captions across? She's asking in Facebook.
She might be talking about the title as well. Like
maybe, yeah.
At the end. So if you're talking about the title, if you're getting ready to go and post your video where you can put all your hashtags and all that stuff, click on the actual video again, and it'll say like add, I think it says add title or
yeah.
Let's see what it says. Let's see if I post one. Select cover. So you're gonna, I don't even know if you can see that because I have a privacy screen, but select cover. And then when you do that, then you can add all your text down here. I will say one thing, people always say to be consistent with that. So pick one style and then try to use that consistently. I don't know if it works. I've been doing it. Can't tell you if it works or not, but that's what I do.
I don't know either. I've been playing around with mine a little bit, trying different things and then trying to move it a little higher versus across my face because somebody said, don't put it across your face. I don't know. And I'm not an expert at TikTok, so I'm just, shooting fish in a barrel at this point. Anybody else have questions for Kristyn? She's got you've got 12,000 followers, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's huge.
I'm excited about that. I used to stress about that. I stress about everything, guys. So, but I used to be worried about that. Like, oh, I need to get more followers or whatever. But the crazy part is I have people that have, 50, 60,000 followers or more. And they're like, how are you getting business? It's that real estate chick. I don't know if you guys follow her. She's from Maryland. You definitely should.
Oh, good.
Follow her. She's like in the 300s, maybe 400s at this point. She's been nationally recognized by like NAR, all over. She was in the Wall Street Journal. She was kind of one of the first real estate agents to get on here and start using it to educate buyers. And she was called names and unprofessional and all this stuff. And here she is like killing it. And she called me the other day and she's like, what are you doing? Like she gets a ton of business, but she's like, you are getting more clients and you have like literally, not being rude, but she was like, you have literally like no
count than she does. Yeah,
exactly. So I tell people all the time, I'm like, don't concentrate on the number of followers, concentrate on genuinely putting out content and connecting with people or agents or whoever your target audience is. And they're going to come to you. So
I love that. Do you think that, I think Eric, you had a question, right?
I did. So you said you started this TikTok thing 7 months after getting into your real estate. So you weren't on TikTok before that?
No, so I was okay, so I raised my little sister. She's 20 now, but I raised her through high school. And my husband and I thought she was crazy. We're like, "Oh my gosh, this is what this generation is doing. Like, how are we going to keep our kids from doing that?" I was not into TikTok at all. It was annoying to me. Well, it started as a joke when I got into real estate, and I made my first video, I think in like February of 2021. It was an open house video, and it literally was, I just did it and then I had fun with it. And it was a way to connect with my sister a little more. She actually like used to have to edit all my videos and stuff. And then it just became like such a stress reliever. Like I was making fun of situations, running through the door with like my pants on fire, trying to write an offer, within 10 minutes and all this crazy stuff. And then I started connecting with agents, which as a new agent, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome, because these agents were putting videos about this market, or just how to be a real estate agent and how to lead gen. So all the stuff that I was wanting to learn, I started connecting with these agents and learning from them just by their videos. And then I started taking it serious when I got a call one day from a potential client that was like, "Hey, I follow you on TikTok. My husband is relocating to North Carolina. I don't know what area you service, but I'd love to, talk to you." And I was kind of like, "Oh, this person might be crazy. Like, why does she want to talk to me? I'm making fun of my job like 90% of the time or whatever." She became she's a good friend now. They moved here in my town. She lives like 3 miles down the road. And she was my very first TikTok client, and it paid off. She was like I think I closed like 520 something with them that year. So then once she called me, that kind of lit the fire in my butt to like go and start doing this and put out good content to potential clients. Because again, my mind didn't go that. I was just like, "Oh, I just want to learn from other agents, not I want to get business." And when she called me, it turned everything around for me to be like, okay, wait, I'm actually reaching potential clients, and I'm not door knocking, I'm not cold calling, I'm not doing the two things that I hate. I'm doing what I like, and I'm having fun with it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. If someone were just starting out with TikTok and to get strategic with it, I have heard you got to post 3 to 4 times a day, which in my mind, just like, but how important are hashtags? How important is it to post at least once a day, say for 30 days? What are some TikTok 101 tips that you can share with us? And then maybe we can go a little deeper into that.
So first, I would say hashtags are super important. So when I started getting business off of TikTok, the first thing I was asking them was, "How did you find me?" And I was super shocked when a doctor actually told me that she found me by just typing in NC Realtor in the TikTok. And I was like, "Wait, what? Like in your little search in your hat?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm." And I was like, "You're using it like Google?" So one, I felt super, super old, but two, my mind was blown that people are going to TikTok and using it like a Google search. So that was back in, I think, July or August of last year. So I realized how important it was. I thought just hashtags were just kind of, yes, I knew what it was for, to put it out in front of people, but I didn't realize people were using it as a search, like TikTok as a search bar. So I feel like you should always be tagging your area. I did a video on this the other day too. And I'm trying to categorize my things. So if you go to TikTok growth, it's one of the first videos, but hashtagging for me, I'm doing NC Realtor, North Carolina Realtor, North Carolina Real Estate, Fort Bragg Realtor. I'm doing always put the location as well. Now that that's a new thing, you could drop like a pin in a sense, always do that. So whatever area you guys are in, you need to be putting every hashtag that you could think about. My idea behind this is like, even if somebody's not looking for a real estate agent or even buying or selling a house, when they type in Fort Bragg, I want my face on there. I want them to get to know me, because especially because I'm military, people are always coming and going from Fort Bragg. So I want to be in their face so that maybe in 2 years or next year or 4 years down the road, they're like, "Oh, I know that Fort Bragg realtor." So hashtags, super, super important, because people are using them as the search bar or search engine. Second, again, the consistency. I do try to show up every day. I think once you get out of your head that you don't have to be perfect on here, it's not Instagram, it's not Facebook, then you can genuinely show up every day. It doesn't matter what you're wearing or what you want to talk about. So I do think showing up at least once a day and still having fun with it, as long as it doesn't turn into a job. So yes, being consistent. I typically don't post on the weekends because I don't know, I just need a break. So then the third thing I would say is just being genuine. So it's great to look at other agents on here or anybody that inspires you and getting that, inspiration, but still trying to turn around and make it yours, because that's how people are connecting. I created a completely different TikTok account where I'm just like, I don't even have a picture. I'm user like 667, whatever, because I got so tired of seeing real estate all the time when I got on TikTok, because again, I use this as a stress reliever. I created this account so I could follow like married people, like doing pranks on each other, hot mess moms like I am, all this stuff. And sometimes I get so much inspiration from those videos, and then I can put a real estate spin on it. But I think just showing up genuinely is going to help you grow that natural, like organic way, and not just having one viral video that gets you maybe a ton of followers, but doesn't convert into anything. So I'm okay with I'm the tortoise over here growing, but along the way, getting a lot more genuine followers and connections.
So
I think that's the three main things.
Who are you following?
So I try to follow people back that are genuinely connecting with me. So if you're commenting on my videos and I see it up, it's easiest to follow people that are constantly commenting or liking my videos because I'm seeing their name all the time. I'm like, oh, okay, this person's like, it's probably a genuine connection. They actually care what I'm talking about on here. So then I'll follow back. But I do follow like a good bit of real estate agents. I follow some lenders because I'm new. So I'm learning a lot of things. I follow people that talk about setting boundaries, but then again, I'm on the flip side where I love the dance trends. I can't dance, so I love watching this. I follow some funny husband and wives that are just like what my husband and I are like. We have a very, we've known each other forever and been together forever. So we have a very playful relationship. So I like watching those kind of things. And then I follow the hot mess moms because I'm like, I relate. You open my truck door, Chick-fil-A bag is probably rolling out. So that stuff makes me happy when I'm on there, and then I get motivated to like, okay, let me post something. So,
well, Ramsey had a good question. He said, did I see that they increased the amount of characters you can use in the caption?
Yeah, I don't know if it's 250 or 500 now. I did get an alert not too long ago. So I honestly just type until it tells me I've exceeded my limit. And then I got to try to switch something up.
Does it push it up too far though?
I'm not sure because when I watch my own stuff, it looks different. From a different account. But that is one thing, because of that, and because you want to be actually utilizing as much as you can in those hashtags because of the search engine, that you need to always, it drives me nuts, always put, this is when I film TikToks, see this space above my head? Yeah. That's almost 90% of my TikToks are like that, because I use that area to put your text so that when people are scrolling, they're seeing that, plus they're seeing all this stuff at the bottom. But I'm not gonna lie, there's some times where I really like a video or they hooked me, and then I can't read their text and I scroll. And I'm like, I really cared for 2 seconds what you were saying until I couldn't read it.
Good tip on that. I love that. What's the best time to post, do you think?
So that, I feel like it's constantly changing because the way the algorithm is pushing your videos out. So for me, I have like a ton of followers in California and Florida, which is funny. But California, with it being a time, such a time difference, I feel like when I post, so if I post at 9 a.m., I usually get pretty good. I feel like that's this side, this coast, we're getting our kids to school. We have that minute before we're on with clients. But then I have this weird time. If I post when I'm sitting in the car line, which is like 2 to 3 o'clock, some of my videos go crazy at that time. And I'm like, that has to be my California people that are just getting on and seeing stuff like that. So I feel like you just kind of have to pay attention to where your followers are from. And then just pay attention to when you post videos and what they're doing. But also don't get hung up on that, because the algorithm is just, if you waste your time trying to figure out that stuff, you're not going to go anywhere. Just post when you do the video and you like it, and just post it.
Do you do your posts organically in the app, or do you sometimes videotape, from Instagram, download it and then share it?
No, that's a lot of work. That's why my Instagram, I feel like, slacks, because I was never big on Instagram. I'm not that curated, like pretty lifestyle, like it's just not me. Hot mess, guys. That's what I am. So TikTok is very my platform. I can film it in my car and it's totally acceptable. I can just show up. So that's why I do almost everything in TikTok. My Instagram slacks, my Facebook's even worse. I try when I'm super like motivated and have time to do it, I'll try to hurry up and download the TikTok, make sure the watermark's not on there, and then post it on my Instagram, which then links to my Facebook. But I don't put a ton of time in it either because I have such a different following on Instagram and Facebook that like something that does really well and I think is freaking hilarious, I'll post on Instagram and it just like flops. I'm like,
Yeah,
I kind of am just like, boo, boo.
I've got
that doesn't mean don't do it. Find what platform works for you.
Yeah, right, exactly. So Nicole has really good questions on Facebook. She goes, do you put hashtags first, then the description?
So honestly, I don't do too much of a description unless it's like a really funny video and I'll put something like, I usually don't. It's something pretty small, or I say like, don't be scared of this market or different things like that. But I'm almost strictly all hashtags. And it's only just because of the feedback that I've gotten from TikTok clients that said that's how they found me.
Okay, that makes really good sense. I'm going to change that up. She also said, are you doing lives and stories? Because I've noticed that stories, and I accidentally hit on one of my TikTok videos and it went to story. I was like, no, and then I couldn't get it back.
So I know that's the one thing I don't like. So I do use the stories feature because anytime TikTok comes out with something new, use it because they're pushing that out. Like, I don't know if you guys all have access to the TikTok now. I guess it's like something called Be Real, which I didn't even know what that was. I had to ask my sister. But the now feature's out. So I've been doing that and you can connect. I'm getting people liking my photos or then following me. And it's people that I wasn't necessarily friends with. And then I can't see their now unless I follow them back. So if people want to see my now, they have to follow me. So it's a way to gain followers. So I would definitely say use that. And that's on
TikTok. So I'll have to look and see.
Yeah, if you don't have it, go in your phone and re-download the app or make sure your app is updated and you should have it because I'm pretty sure they've rolled it out for almost everybody now. But the TikTok stories, the only thing I don't like about it is that you can't. I like how Instagram, you can make it either like on your feed and then share it to your story. TikTok is like a little different. You have to download it and then re-upload it. But definitely use the TikTok stories. I'm trying to get in more of a habit of doing it because that's the one thing on Instagram that I have so much feedback on. If you follow me on Instagram, you're going to get more of my everyday kind of life. I feel more comfortable sharing like my kids on there.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't, but I do. I share more of like my mom's stuff, my cheerleading stuff. On TikTok, I haven't done that because I have a lot more followers and it makes me nervous with my family. But you should definitely use the TikTok stories. I'm trying to get better at it. Make sure you're still using trending sounds because if you're using the trending sounds, they're pushing them out. So, and again, it's a way to, they say there's a guy I follow, Todd Official, I think, and I can email you both of people that I like to follow so you can pass that list out. He is not a real estate agent or anything. He's just like a content creator and he gives good ideas. But he said, don't use your TikTok stories like your TikTok feed. It should be more candid stuff. So driving through Chick-fil-A or something like that, just where people can get quick shots of the more authentic you.
It's kind of like what Gary Vee has always said, like just your day. Yeah.
Which I'm trying to get better at, but I feel like that's already my TikTok anyway. I just post whatever I feel like.
And I went
last night I had paint all over my hands. Yeah. It is working.
Shelly's on here. Do you have any questions, Shelly? Or Ramsey, you were posting in there. What do you think of ads on the platform? Hey, Matt.
Ads as in like the promoting yourself, or what do you mean?
Just the ads feature, create an ad. You're seeing the ads, especially like on real estate stuff, promoting a listing or anything of that nature. Do you think that there's any, do you think that it has anything kind of like Facebook has or Instagram with their ads?
I definitely think it has potential. I have not started that yet. I got into the business when this market, you didn't have to kind of do that stuff. So I have not explored that yet. Definitely am going to, because I just had my first listing. It's been on the market for 7 days, guys. And I'm like, what do I going to do? I'm like playing devil's advocate. Like, what else can I do? How can I push this out? It's so crazy. So that's definitely something I think people are seeing. I have talked to one lady who sells like vinyls and tumblers and stuff like that. And she did that. She did like an ad and she sold like a Hocus Pocus cup. And she said that it just went crazy. So I definitely think it has potential. I think as long as you're using the right hashtags, and if there's a way, I haven't opened it, so I don't know if there's a way to narrow it down like you can on Facebook. I'm assuming there is, but I definitely think you could do it, especially to get this generation that's using this before they go to Google or Instagram or something like that.
Go ahead, Eric.
Since you mentioned, or we're on the topic of ads with TikTok, do you have the option of monetizing? Have they offered that to you, or do they do that for creators?
Yeah, so that has been something that is really cool that I've gotten to do, even with, I don't even know if I had like 5,000 followers when I got my first one, but they'll message you or they'll message me through Instagram. I set up like my link tree. So I've been able to do like the Amazon influencer. I've had people send me their products, and more so right now, I think because of, I'm a smaller creator, is that they'll send me free products and they'll just ask me to post on it. I got like $100 yoga outfit though. I was like, heck yeah. So I'm all for it. You want to send me your free products, I'll post a 10-second video about it. That's fine. So that's the other thing that's been pretty cool, is to kind of realize that, oh, hey, people are watching this and now you can use it. My husband, I think, was kind of making fun of me at first. And then I was like, look what I got in the mail today. He's like, what? Like, whatever, Kristyn, like, he thinks it's funny. But yeah, I've definitely been able to do that. And I have the option where now I can actually like throw myself out there and say I'm willing to sell blah, 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 blah products for this amount of money. I haven't set that up because, again, like, I'm just trying to keep my head above water in my real estate business. So
you got to focus on the bread and butter, which is your real estate. You have to focus on the bread and butter, which is your real estate.
And then, the icing on the cake is the stuff that you like and you want to promote until you get to a point where you go, I need to get paid for this, and you will get to that point, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely looking at. I think right now, with this time of the year, especially for where the market that I'm in, PCS season's over, it kind of chills down. So I'm already looking into different things where I'm like, okay, I can spend time now on putting myself out there for products. I can start implementing systems that I didn't need the last 2 years, but I'm going to need now. I need to focus on my CRM, different little things. So the market shift for me is a little bit relaxing, and I'll take it because there's some things I want to implement that I haven't had time.
Yeah. I just have to say, they're all watching us, because I opened up my TikTok and you were the first person in my newsfeed. Oh,
really? That's awesome.
And you probably don't even know me, but I follow a lot of realtors. But yeah, you were the first person that pulled up. I'm not joking. It's like Facebook, when you start talking about something, it pulls up in your feed. Yeah. Literally, yeah. I swear the government is watching us.
They're here. You sound like my husband.
No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just telling you, like, you pulled up and I'm like, holy shit. Like, it was this video right here. You know that video?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Literally,
I literally opened up I was gonna look at creating another account, because I have one account, and that's like, that's the girl I'm talking to on here.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Because like, I'll follow realtors I don't even know, and I've never met you before. And you pulled up in my newsfeed. I'm like, wait, that's her.
Well, nice to meet you. Somewhat in person.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's crazy. So yeah, you guys can all just start saying my name in your phones, please. That would be great. So I just keep popping up. Share it with your friends. Go to lunch with other people and talk about me. Totally take it. But no, I have done that before, where I've talked about like a candle before, and I've seen it on my Facebook. And my husband's all like, and he's like, you whatever. I'm like, the government doesn't care what I'm saying. They might care what he's saying, but they don't care what I'm saying. But I also just joke with him, and I'm like, no, it's manifestation.
It probably is.
Yes, yeah. I would like to have the Yankee candle, one that smells like a Christmas tree, and it's in your feed.
There we go.
Yeah, we've been talking hurricane prep here at the house with generators and other things like that, and that's all in my Facebook ads and Instagram right now.
Hey, so what do you guys think that hurricane? Because I'm flying into Florida on Thursday, so
you'll be fine because you're coming to South Florida.
You'll be fine.
Because I'm going to South Florida.
But
if you're going to Tampa, it'd be tough.
I'm going to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, he's coming down here. Timely topics like hashtag Hurricane Ian, hashtag hurricane season, hashtag hurricane prep can drive views and comments on your, so like if you're trending with like not trends per se, like a trending sound, but actual trend that's hyper local to you, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, you guys, if you're all being even if you're not necessarily in the hurricane path, because I was looking at that because it's pushing rain up to North Carolina. I have a huge party on Friday and I think it's going to mess it up, but you guys could start doing that. Here's topics for the whole week. How should you prep for your house in a hurricane? If you're a landlord, or if you're, hey, your house is listed on the market and we have a hurricane, what you should be worried about. Or then you could talk about if your brokerage offers, insurance coverage while they're listing, because like ours does, but I don't think a lot of people know that once I list your house, you are covered under my brokerage's insurance and stuff. So that's a bunch of topics that you could do. And people are going to be searching your guys' Hurricane Ian. So crap, even if it's not related, I would hashtag Hurricane Ian all week. I'm
wearing the same top, and I'm going to do like 5 after I get off because I already have hurricane stuff. And guys, Eric, Hector, and Amy and I did a video on YouTube about hurricane season. If you're not sharing that out, people, you need to share that out. I got 500 views of my tweet for that video, by the way. So
yeah. I've been sharing out the video, the blog, and I've got like 5 years of different hurricane topics that are all getting pushed out right now.
Good ideas, Kristyn. That's great. Especially like hurricane prep. And the big thing is binding insurance. Can you bind your insurance when there's a hurricane coming? Well, it depends where the box is.
Yeah. And then, this could carry on for you guys too. Like, I hope nothing happens to anybody down there, but let's be realistic. More than likely there's going to be damage done. And then you guys could talk about that too. Like, or, hey, you might think that your roof is okay, but this might be a good time to have somebody come in and look in your, attic and make sure that everything was okay. And there's no small leaks, different things like that. That's definitely content. Home inspectors would love that stuff. So if you have a good home inspector, do some collaboration videos with him. Can you guys hear me? Because the lawn guys here. Do I need to go inside? Okay.
We're in Florida. We have lawn guys every day.
We're used to that.
Till midnight. Okay. The leaf blowers are the bane of our existence.
Okay.
Kristyn, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
When you started, when did you start seeing like your consistent growth of, and I know we're not totally focused on the followers, but when did you start seeing that?
I would say a few months in. Every day I would get on the app and I had more followers. But I'll have to go back and look. There was one video, and it's very specific, I remember, that I posted, and it was like me making fun of, like, I was calling a listing agent and asking if you had any offers. The house has only been listed for 2.2 seconds. And the listing agent's like, we do. And I'm like, and I'm literally sticking out my tongue. And it got like, that was back in the day when videos would be pushed out right away. And it was like $0 to $14,000 or 14. I wish it was $14,000, 14,000 views in like a 30 minutes, because I remember posting it in my driveway, and then I had a 30-minute drive to where I was going, and I checked it and I was like, oh my God. And I like texted my little sister and I'm like, does this mean I'm viral? Like, I was so pumped. And that video gained me a lot of agent followers who like related to that. That's when I noticed the big one. And then consistently, it's just every day I would get more followers, even if it was 1 or 2. And then what really put me over was one video that I did. It was in the summer, and I was in my pool, and my husband actually took the video. I was floating around in the pool with 2 cell phones in my hand, and he was texting it to his friends like, she never stops. Like, what is she doing? Well, he put me in the group chat with his friends. I took that video. I took another video that I had posted on TikTok way earlier about me running in the house trying to write an offer, and I like put them together, and I put it to Fancy Like. And it got over 1 million something views. And I woke up to like 3,000 followers, like just from that video. So, and then again, it's just consistently, I was growing. I've had a few other like really big viral videos that have gotten me like 500 to 1,000 followers. But I've just been one that's just kind of seen growth. Like every day I get on the app, I have 1, sometimes I have 30. Last night I got 20 different followers just from that video I posted about being stressed out. So I just think consistently, and then you might get lucky where you find a trending sound or a video that just gets pushed out at the right time that gets you a lot of followers.
And with these videos that are getting all the views, because I remember the one you did with the pool and the pool noodles and the fancy life, and also another one you just walked out of the house and just fell in the pool because you had a rough day.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get comments that are kind of on the hateful side. How do you deal with the trolls?
Yeah, not gonna lie, they hurt. I didn't think I was like an emotional person like that would care what people think. But I do, it hurts. But I found that I just kill them with kindness. That's how I do my business. Even with agents and attorneys or whatever, I just kill them with kindness. I believe that'll one day pay off for me. I do scream in my pillow or scream fuck like at the top of my lungs in my car, but a lot of times I reply with the same comment over and over, and I'm like, hey, thanks for taking the time out of your day to comment on this video and push this video out further, because the more comments you get, the further it's pushing that out. And the pool video that you're talking about, where I fell in and I was complaining about gas prices and all that stuff, it got so many comments that it continued to push it out. And then I got 2 brand deals from that. So I got like, I got a pair of free Nikes, and I don't even know what the other thing was, something small like mascara, all from that one video. And I was like, hey, you just gained me 1,000 followers. So then I made a video about it. I was like, you gained me 1,000 followers, 2 brand deals, and whatever else. So I think I play the fine line of killing them with kindness, but then also turning around and using it for content. Or sometimes I'll post their comment, and then like somebody the other day said, oh, when's the part where you say that you tell somebody to buy or sell? And I took his comment and I linked it to a video that had already posted about telling people like, it's not my job to convince you to buy or sell. So you can turn it into content. I'm always going to tell you to be kind about it. I don't ever get into arguments with people. That's not the person I am, and that's not the person I want to be. Yes, that will gain you followers. I see people do that where they'll just kind of, you get talk about politics, talk about uncomfortable things. You're going to get hate. You're going to get all this, and it does drive your traffic. That's not the energy that I want to have around me. So I just kill them with kindness.
Awesome. That was the answer I expected you to say. That's great.
I love that. Do you share your TikToks on other platforms? So once you do TikTok, do you send it to people that are following you? Like, do you have a group of people that you like to send it to, let them know for sure that, it's out there? Do you share it on Twitter? Do you share it in Facebook? I'm just curious, if you share it all.
So because of the way I film it, typically I don't, because I'm not lying. I'll be in my driveway and I'm like, oh, this was a good one, or this was a good sound. But if they are really good and I pick and choose, I try to keep informational ones, I will download them and share them to Instagram and Facebook. I don't do any of the ones that are dancing or trending. I don't know. I pick and choose because Instagram, like I said, I have such a different following on Instagram and Facebook. So I would probably get taken to my MLS board by tattletales for some of my TikToks. So I watch. But I am trying, and if you guys ever teach classes, I would love to be a guest to sit in here. I am trying to get my LinkedIn up and running, and I'm trying out YouTube Shorts. So I just posted on YouTube Shorts for the first time, and that is one of the things. Tomorrow night I'll be at my daughter's cheer for 5 hours, and really big on my planner, I have figure out YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to put some effort into that. I don't do Twitter.
Well, that is my big focus. Yeah.
I hear that it's super easy to take your TikToks and put them on YouTube, and it's the same type of crowd. So I really want to get into it. Plus I've seen people, I don't know how this works, but I have seen YouTube accounts on YouTube Shorts. They have some of my videos on there, and other agents that I follow, they'll take our TikToks, they'll put them on their, YouTube channel, and they'll say credit to selling more. Really? And it gets so many views. These YouTube subscribers have a ton of, they have a ton of subscribers, off of other people's content. So I'm like, I don't know how that works, but I need to get my own stuff out there. So that is something I'm trying to focus on this week.
I think with the YouTube Shorts, if you just take what you have on TikTok and post them on YouTube and start doing that, do the same hashtags that I don't think, you're allowed to do some hashtags on the YouTube Shorts, but just start doing those consistently, especially some of the better ones or even the newer ones that you're putting out that you think pop real well. I think you'll have good success on YouTube for that. And that kind of leads to, because you had asked about YouTube Shorts and LinkedIn, I was going to ask you, I know you're putting a lot into TikTok right now. What other things are you adding to your arsenal for like first quarter of 2023 or to continue to involve your business?
So that's the two biggest platforms I'm going to try to focus on going in is YouTube Shorts and then the LinkedIn. And I've had other agents that I've connected with that have said they have so much success on LinkedIn. So I always kind of thought it was like more of a popular like business Facebook. But when I've heard these other agents who I know through TikTok say, no, I'm doing the same thing on TikTok. I'm doing it on LinkedIn. It's working for me. But the biggest thing they'll do is they are more so like showing how, just like this call, how they're successful on TikTok or whatever. And they're more so networking with other agents, but it's getting like the referrals, which is a huge part of my business from TikTok is the referral business. So I really want to get onto LinkedIn and kind of start growing that way.
Are they doing vertical videos on LinkedIn, Eric? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. I do LinkedIn a little differently. I'm connecting with local businesses. So I'm finding local leaders and local businesses that are here in the county that I want to connect with, and also industries that are coming into the area too. I follow their pages, and I do more liking and commenting than I do actual posts. But when I do post on LinkedIn, it seems to get a nice little bump on what it is that I'm putting out there. Somebody good to follow on LinkedIn that I've learned a lot from, she's more of a coach, Judy Fox.
Oh yeah.
If you just look for the hashtag Fox Rocks, and you'll go down the rabbit hole of her content. She's got some fantastic information.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
think too, this is a great conversation because if you aren't going to do long form video, and Eric has an amazing channel, Cocoa Beach Insider. He does really great YouTube videos, and you really like short form. And I tend to lean more towards the short form. I am leaning to being consistent with my YouTube shorts. And they just came out with some changes with that too to monetize. But I'd be interested in seeing what Judy Fox has to say about short form video on LinkedIn, because you can get hyper local and also the agent to agent connection. Like I work with probate properties and seniors at downsize, so attorneys tend to be over on LinkedIn. So that's a good audience there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very interested to do that.
What do you guys think of Pinterest? Can you switch? Have you put any of your TikTok videos over into Pinterest?
No, that's another one that I forgot about. I have tried, I created like a selling more Pinterest, but I didn't know how to do it. Like it was different the way you had it. Yeah. So there is somebody that I followed, and when I can get all of my people in order, I will send Eric an email with all these content creators that she talks about how to post on Pinterest and idea pens. So I think as long as you can have like an organized board of like, you could do a board of like real estate humor, your listings. A big one for Pinterest is going to be your local areas. Like we're a big brewery town and golf course. So different things like that. I think it definitely has potential, and it is something I want to try. If you find somebody good, if you could share that, I would love to. Again, it's just for me, I found one platform that worked for me in this crazy market, and also learning how to be an agent in a sense. And I just haven't had time to do all this. That's why I'm excited for this little bit of downtime. It's scary for my bank account, but I'm excited to implement things I haven't been able to do to then help monetize everything for this, upcoming spring market and stuff.
And that's the best way to look at your schedule, because I think this time of year, most of us do go through some type of downturn. October is right around the corner. It's time to start looking at what do you want to do for your goals for 2023? What's that one thing I want to really focus on, and focus on that for the next 6 months, so you can get it and have it work for you as well as TikTok's been working. I think that's a brilliant idea to do.
I think we've got a couple more questions from Facebook. After 6 months or so, do you repeat some of the videos that you've done or change them a little and repost on TikTok? I think that's a great question.
So I have reposted videos before. At the end of the year last year, TikTok came out with their questions, and they would send questions like, what was your most viral video of 2021? So I reposted it, and I got, again, like almost another 1 million views from that. So I have done some reposting. However, a lot of the videos now, I was just thinking about this the other day because I didn't feel like filming on Saturday or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll just use one from before. Now, things that I was talking about last year or even 6 months ago, they don't necessarily apply to right now. So unless there's videos where I can hurry up and change the text and like, I would have to paste over it, then I would have to do that, which you can, I do it. And sometimes I feel like using old sounds that used to be trending still help push those videos out. So I think it's a really good idea. Just make sure whatever you're reposting is still relevant, because a lot of it's not anymore.
That's a good point. I mean, God, even 3 months ago, right?
Right. Yeah. I tell my sellers everything that I met with sellers last year in November. We had some delays. And when I just listed their house, I'm like, everything I told you, even just 2 weeks ago or a month ago, just throw it out the window. We have to get a new game plan.
Do you, and I don't know, but I do watch your channel. Do you talk about like mortgage rates or anything like that?
So kind of, sort of, but I'm one that I want to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
So again, one, because I was new, and that held me back a lot when I first started posting, until I got confident that I'm like, oh wait, people are asking me, and people would ask me stuff. I'm like, you do know I'm like a rookie agent. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So for a while I stood in my lane, and I was almost nervous to talk about things, even if I knew what I was talking about, just because people are so quick to, you say one wrong word or enunciate it wrong or whatever, they'll call you out. So, but one thing I will not talk about that much is the mortgage stuff, because it's just different. There's a lot of different things, and people will take it to heart. And just because you have this credit score, this person doesn't. So what I've done, and you'll see a lot more of a girl named Heather. She is one of the preferred lenders that I work with. Her and I are doing a neighborhood together. So her and I are going to start filming videos together once a week. That's something that will actually have to be planned because of our schedules. And then we'll post them throughout the week. But any mortgage questions, and we have some key topics that I want her to touch base on with my following, like a good bit about VA loans and different options now. That's going to come directly from her mouth, not mine.
There you go. And I think you're right. If you stay in your lane, and I say that all the time, it's like, you can be on all these platforms, but what's your niche? What's your lane? It's okay to stay in your lane. I don't really talk much about mortgages either. The only time I get into it is if it's a one-on-one, and I'm like, here's a lender that I think you should talk to. If you are watching things, it's going to go here or there, but I don't have a crystal ball, so it's hard to say. I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah.
So, well, guys, do we have any more questions? I'm going to check the Facebook group. This has been such a good conversation. Let's see.
Yeah, Kristyn, you're a rock star. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. This is why I love TikTok so much. You guys are all like complete strangers, but I feel like I can meet you in person, and we would all be best friends. Like I love this platform. I talk about it all the time. People in my probably everyday real life get annoyed with me because I'm like, well, this person on TikTok, I'm meeting these people, and they're like,
it's funny because
how did Eric and I meet?
We met through Periscope. Sue Benson introduced us. And Snapchat. Okay, it was Snapchat then. I met Sue through Periscope, which Periscope was the very first live social media like 6 or 7 years ago.
And then Eric and I met on Snapchat in 2016. We all met in person a variety of times. And I'm friends with Sue and friends with Chelsea Pites and a few other people, Dustin Brome and Shannon Milligan, all from Snapchat. Aimee and I met because we worked on a deal together.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I have made so many connections with agents all across the US now. I'm literally going to Phoenix in a few weeks to meet like 20 of us, or got a big house. We're doing like this little retreat together. I'm so pumped, and it's helped my business, not even just from getting the clients, but giving me the confidence to realize I don't care what the agents here think about me. I'm doing this. I'm connecting with people. It's grown my business as well, just in certain systems or Canva hacks, like the littlest things that make such a big difference in your business. Literally from a TikTok, I learned how to do a QR code for like a donut or a coffee. And I was a dental hygienist. I didn't have to know that stuff. I didn't have to market myself. So learning those little things, TikTok has just all around just made me into this agent that I am today, that I definitely wouldn't be if it wasn't for TikTok, which sounds so crazy. We're literally talking about TikTok like I thought it was for kids, but it has made me friends and business partners and all this stuff. It's been amazing.
Well, I think on that note, that's a great place to land this plane because you're absolutely correct on that. Social media is amazing, especially if you're using it and leveraging it the right way. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Tell everybody what your channel is.
Selling more.
There you
Hashtag
go.
selling more across every social media platform.
Okay, very consistent.
Yes.
Hey everyone, we are here every Monday at 10 a.m. It is our mastermind. And if you have friends, tell everybody about this. We have a Facebook group, No Agent Left Behind Mastermind Facebook group. And every week we just want to share information, give back value, mastermind, brainstorm, learn how to do QR codes and TikTok and more. There you go. See how I kind of got that
Yes.
out there?
Thank you so much for your time, Kristyn. This is awesome to
was
actually
fantastic.
talk to you face to face as opposed to just through this.
Yes.
And next time I'm up visiting my sister, I'll make sure to let you know when we're in the area.
Please do. And if you guys ever do like the LinkedIn classes or anything like that, let me know, because that is something that I want to grow, too. So I would love to sit in on that.
Okay,
Perfect.
I think maybe we can get Judy Fox on.
We'll have to message her, see what we can do.
See what we can do.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
perfect.
Well,
All right, everyone. Have a great
All right,
week.
guys, you guys be safe during that hurricane and have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
See ya.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.